Today we're tackling a small space issue that we've had since we moved in here 2 years ago. I initially did a makeover on my daughter's room like the second week that we moved in, and now after living with it for a couple of years, we know our limitations, we know the obstacles, we know the space issues that we've had in this small bedroom with kind of a quirky layout. And so today we're gonna solve this. Well, it might take a few days, but it will be a pretty quick makeover. Now we are gonna have so much fun with this project because it's just a really simple makeover. We're not talking anything labor intensive or expensive. We're just painting and updating a couple of pieces of furniture and keeping the majority of what's already in her room just to make it work better. And I think that a lot of times in the social media world, we feel like we have to completely transform a space rather than just making simple updates because it's this weird world standard that's been placed on us without that actually being the intention. I think that as people share really big makeovers, it makes us feel like we have to do the same in order to maybe keep up with the style or with the trends of the world, but really sometimes all we need is just the simplest updates to make a space that's kind of work much better. This is my manicures. I mean, don't be jealous, but went to the salon today. Now in Addie's room, the biggest hurdle is this weird layout, and it's also a small space. And so in the previous makeover that I did, I just had too much in this room. And so we're using a new bed to really solve the problem of floor space. We're taking the room from a space that had a full-size bed, a dresser, and a nightstand, just down to a full-size bed that actually is a 3-in-1, and it's gonna eliminate so many pieces of furniture in the room and make it much more usable. This is nice. It's like you could do angels in it. Addie picked out literally everything in this room. Nothing that she picked out is necessarily my style, and that's actually kind of what I was really proud of her for doing. She has such a fun, vibrant personality, and everything that she picked just speaks clearly of who she is. She's such a joyful person, and I love seeing her personality come out in her design decisions. So we're using the rug as part of the color palette. The pink from the rug is obviously the walls, but then we also have a gray bed, which is gonna kind of correlate with the periwinkle in the rug. We've got the mustard and the yellow, and then there's burgundy in the rug, which kind of goes with the curtains, and they're not matchy-matchy, but it's a like close enough color scheme that I think it's all gonna pull together really nice. So until the bed gets here, she's on the floor with her mattress, and then I still have to do another coat of paint on the, where's it at? Over there, on the desk. And then we have to put all of her stuff back up on the walls. Now she had had her previous rug since she was like 4. And so we decided to update the rug with this really fun pattern. It's a shag carpet. And then we also are adding this chair. Her previous dream wish list was a hanging chair, but she found that the space was just too small to really use it and actually swing. So we swapped it for this oversized beanbag chair, and she's actually really loving reading in it. I'm in your room. Come see.
I just want to know where you are.
Looky, looky.
Watchy.
It's here.
Can I try?
Furniture assembly is one of my special skills, but this is a little bit overwhelming. Why is it so small? Well, this seems like a 2-person job. I can't see anything. Oh, nothing at all. Okay. slides on. Victory! It's so dreary out today and it's raining, and so sorry about the lighting on this, but I am not painting this cabinet the way that you should be. So please don't use this as a tutorial. I am very much assuming that she's not going to want this color long term. So I didn't prep the cabinet other than cleaning it, but I didn't sand it. I didn't prime it. I'm just using a brush. I'm not even using a nice roller to get a good finish on it because I don't think that it's going to stay this way for super long. And so rather than put a ton of effort into the specific color, I'm just giving it a little facelift in the meantime until she figures out the color that she wants long term, and then I will reprime it and I'll do a little scuff sand and I'll get it done right so that it lasts long. But sometimes, you know what, sometimes you just get things done quick and then it's a temporary solution and you know it's a temporary solution, rather than putting a ton of work into something that you're just going to change in a couple of months anyways. So that's where we're at with this yellow color that I just had on hand and she really didn't pick out, so I'm assuming it's not going to last anyways. Now we painted, we updated a couple of pieces of furniture, and I just did some finishing touches with a new mirror that has backlighting and is really cute, something that every preteen needs. And then we just kind of created a few cozy spaces with lighting, just a cozy little reading nook, her cozy art desk, and then her bed, obviously. We hung up the artwork that my mom has painted for her over the years, something extra special to add personalized touches, and that was it. And we love how it turned out. Addie especially loves the bed because of all the space that she has. Instead of just a really small nightstand, now she can display all of her trinkets and all of her favorite things across this shelf, and she gets to just kind of design it as she goes. And I think that she's really enjoyed the freedom that brings instead of a confined space with just a couple of tabletops. Now this room was so fun to put together. Number one, Addie and I did it together. She picked everything out. Number two, I taught her how to paint walls and do some DIY, so there's a little bit of a learning process that also happened. And number three, we really accomplished our goal of getting all the unneeded furniture out of here to gain back some floor space in this really tiny room. The bed accomplished that for everything. It's not only a bed, it's also a dresser and it's a nightstand. And this storage up here gives us probably 3 times the amount of storage that her previous nightstand did. And the dresser drawers is probably double the amount of storage that her last dresser gave us. But I think that as a mom, my favorite part of eliminating the dresser and the nightstand is that those flat surfaces did nothing but collect trash and clutter and dirty laundry. So her room is like immediately more tidy because she doesn't have those flat surfaces to pile stuff onto, and she is forced to put things away. Now let me just say that it is always very interesting to do a kids room or a teens room on social media because there is no limit to the amount of opinions that people have about kids rooms specifically. And I don't know why that is. It's always been a kind of this interesting phenomenon to me that people just come out of the woodwork with opinions on how a kids room should be designed, decorated, or styled. But for us in our family, this is what's working for her. She loves it, and honestly, that's really all that matters. So I hope that you just kind of enjoyed seeing how we played a little bit of Tetris in this tiny room, made it much more functional for our family, and maybe it'll give you some ideas if you have small spaces as well. And we'll see how many more times we change it throughout the next 6 years of teenagehood. If it's available, I will share the links to the items in her room in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week.